If you want to convert expired listings into your next listing, I'm going to show you a mind-blowing strategy using artificial intelligence that's not only going to build out the perfect script, objection handlers, and follow-up strategy for you, but also I'm going to show you how to role play it live with ChatGPT. The number one reason why most agents struggle to convert expired listings is because of lack of communication skills. Oftentimes, they're waiting for an accountability partner, they're waiting for a weekly coaching call that they're spending thousands of dollars for, or they're simply just not getting the practice and the repetitions in. Well, we don't have to waste money, and we can do it for free immediately today with a strategy perfected to you. So let's walk through this, and I'll show you how we can also at the end build out a daily routine so that over the next week you can become a master at expired listings, getting the repetitions in and practice in, and outperform any other agent in your market. So let's go ahead and start with this. So this prompt here I created for you, and we're gonna choose a market because this is gonna be specific to your market. So act as a real estate conversion expert who is the master at prospecting via cold calling, right? And it's gonna be tailored toward expireds. Maybe we're in Denver, right? Denver, Colorado. And I'm calling expired listings to get the appointments. Create a modern, high-converting cold call script for expired listings that builds rapport without sounding like a typical agent, acknowledges their frustration and positions me as the go-to agent to trust and work with, offers value with a natural close, because the goal is to get the appointment. And then also give some of the most common objections that you're gonna deal with, because we're gonna need this when we role play. Keep the tone confident, empathetic, and conversational, not aggressive and salesy, because I don't know if you're like me, but I don't like sounding salesy, solicitational, pushy, not my vibe, not my style. So let's go ahead and build this out. Now, while it's building out the script, I just wanted to encourage you to check out the 2 links in the description and the pinned comment. I continue to hear agents spending like $5,000 to $6,000 on AI programs to learn how to use it, and they're constantly disappointed and they feel like they wasted a ton of money. So my goal is always to give you 10 times the value for an absolute fraction. And I've created 2 things for you. Number 1 is a custom GPT that will help build your personal brand, create your content strategy, design a prospecting strategy specific to your market, and how to follow up and convert. And not only that, but it's actually going to act as an AI coach as well, so that you can ask it anything and it will help you design the perfect strategy for you. And I created an entire mini course that again is basically like the price of a coffee a day, but it's gonna give you more value than these $5,000 programs people are unfortunately getting sucked into. So let's go ahead and we can look at this. Cold calling script expired listing edition. So we can see intro, disarm, and curiosity hook. Okay, cool. Hey, is this the homeowner? Hey, blah, blah, blah. Now we wanna build rapport and acknowledgement. So it's going to really kind of acknowledge their pain points, what we know they're facing, all of these typical things. And this is the craziest part. You used to have to spend like $1,000 a month to get a coach that's gonna give you their scripts and role play with you. You could do it for free now, which is wild. So positioning and value offer and natural close. We also have the top 4 objections and how to handle them, right? We're relisting with the same agent, very common one. We're gonna wait, right? A lot of expired listings are disappointed, frustrated, and they're gonna wait. Well, let's handle that objection. We're not interested anymore. Well, that's always a problem with motivation and just unpacking that, because if they were interested in the first place, they're pretty much always gonna be interested. And we're gonna sell it ourselves. That's an easy one to overcome. So, bonus tip, right? You wanna sound calm with confidence. This is really critical because oftentimes, and we'll get into the role playing now in a second, but oftentimes when people are cold calling, prospecting, I did a lot of door knocking in the beginning, 3 hours a day, 7 days a week, and people's voice gets higher because they're pitching, they're soliciting, and sellers can feel it. And so when you have calm confidence, when people are selling, they have a tendency to speed up their talk and their communication, and their voice tends to rise. Well, that's what most other agents you're competing against do, and it's an immediate red flag to the sellers that this person's salesy, solicitational, and trying to sell me something. But if you come in with calm confidence, you're to the point, you're direct, you're confident in what you're saying, it's going to take them by surprise in a very positive way. So now let me show you how to actually role play this, and then we're going to build out the daily practice routine. Okay, so as you can see, I've got two different screens pulled up. On the left-hand side, I copy and pasted the script that ChatGPT provided us with, as well as all of the objection handlers and some of the tips to perform better. On the right-hand side, I have a brand new fresh chat in ChatGPT, and I'm going to show you how to use the voice agent to be able to role play this. But the best part is also get feedback and constructive criticism on how to do better each time, which is usually what, again, you would pay a coach $1,000+ a month to do. It's entirely free. So let's dive into it. Now, the next thing we're going to do is come to our scripts, and we're going to prompt it to act as our role play partner. So we're going to go ahead and paste this in here, and we can look and say, okay, act as a homeowner in, and we chose Denver to keep it consistent, whose home just expired. Respond to me like a real seller, frustrated, cautious, and skeptical of agents. Challenge me with some of these objections, which we have the answers to. Push back after each of my responses. Let's keep the conversation natural and challenging. Now, this is going to push you, as you can see. If you want it to be easier to get started, maybe you've never cold called before in your life, just ask it to be easier. And then over time, at the end, when we build out our daily routine, every single day, you're going to get more repetitions, sound more confident, have more experience. Then you can start to ask it to push you a little bit. But let's go ahead and paste this in here. So you can see we've prompted it to get started, right? Start the call whenever you're ready. So now we're going to come down to the bottom right-hand corner, and we're going to use voice mode. Now I'm going to show you something at the end that's going to blow your mind of how you're going to get the feedback and improve every time. So let's go ahead. Hi, are you ready to start acting as the expired listing in Denver and role play with me?
Absolutely. I'm ready to jump into the role. Let's get started whenever you're set to begin.
Hi, is this John Smith?
Yes, this is John. Who's calling?
Hey, my name's... Oh, messed up there.
No worries at all. Just take a breath and start whenever you're ready. I'm here and ready to go.
Hey, John Smith. This is Mike Sherrard. I'm a local realtor here in Denver. Look, I'll be really quick. I saw your home came off the market recently, and I'm just calling to see what your next move is.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for calling. Honestly, we were pretty frustrated that the house didn't sell, so we're not really sure what our next move is at this point.
Totally understand. Honestly, most people I talk to in your position are either frustrated, burnt out, or just confused why it didn't sell. That's fair to say, right? If you don't mind me asking, what do you think went wrong?
Well, we honestly thought everything was fine on our end. We did a lot of work on the house, so we're just not sure why it didn't sell.
Thanks for sharing that. I'll be real with you. Most listings that don't sell in Denver right now aren't due to the market. It's the strategy, pricing, presentation, and how it's positioned online all matter more than ever. What I do differently is I treat expired listings like a second chance, but with a smarter plan, one designed to sell fast and for the right price with zero fluff or wasted time.
I get that, and I appreciate your approach, but to be honest, we just feel like taking a break from the whole process right now and stepping back for a bit.
Totally get that. Most sellers I talk to want a break after the first round. It's exhausting. But here's a thought. Even if you wait, it helps to know what went wrong. So when you're ready, you're not starting from scratch again. Can I show you that game plan just so that you're prepared when the time is right?
I appreciate that, but honestly, we're not really looking to jump back into anything right now. If we do decide to list again, we might even consider doing it on our own or trying a different approach entirely.
Okay, let's stop this conversation for now And I would love for you to provide me with feedback on how I can improve next time when I call an expired listing, whether it's specific open-ended questions that you can provide me with, or anything that's going to help me convert the next expired listing at a higher rate. Can you please provide me with a detailed feedback on how this conversation went and what I can do going forward to improve?
Absolutely. You did a great job acknowledging the frustration and being understanding. One thing you could do more of is ask even more open-ended questions to get them talking about their experience and their goals. Also, focusing on providing value and showing what you can do differently without pushing too hard can help build trust. Overall, you were on the right track.
I really like that. The last thing I'm going to ask for is, can you please provide me in written form with all of the open-ended questions that I should be asking, and also provide me with an updated script that's going to make sure I convert higher and have a better conversation next time?
Absolutely. I'll put together a list of open-ended questions that can help you keep the conversation flowing and get the homeowner talking about their goals and challenges. I'll also update the script to make sure it's as effective as possible, and I'll send that over to you in written form. Give me just a moment to put that together.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'll put that all together for you. And if you have any other questions or need anything else, just let me know. Always happy to help.
Okay, so here's the coolest part. This again was just a very rough role play, but we're gonna show you how to fine tune this. And when we click this arrow, look at this. It transcribed the entire conversation, as we can see here. And what it's going to do is it's actually going to compile exactly what it asked, which is an updated script, all of the open-ended questions, and you can see here, it transcribed everything so that way you can go back and look at what you said, how it went, and what you can do to improve. And over the next couple of minutes, it'll provide us with a brand new script that's going to be dialed in, and every single day it will help you improve. Now, the last thing that I wanted to show you is building out a daily routine. So let's go ahead and ask for this. Build me a 5-day expired listing call practice plan every day. Include one part of the expired script to rehearse and objection handler to master. And as we can see here, this is our 5-day plan. So Monday to Friday, every day you can practice, and you're going to become a master by the end of the next week or two. So this is really cool. If you have any questions about it, again, comment below. We respond to 100% of the comments on my channel. And I just want to make sure that you can start to convert higher using technology compared to any other agent in your market, because this stuff is absolutely incredible if you use it effectively. That's why, again, check out those 2 links in the description. They will blow your mind. And again, there's nobody else in the industry offering anything like this. So check it out. Do yourself a service. It will get you on the fast track to success and make sure that AI becomes your competitive advantage. Now, if you would like to know how to actually identify listing opportunities that no other agent in your market knows about in terms of untapped communities based on data, I'll show you how to use a completely different AI tool that we didn't talk about today that is also free, and it will blow your mind. Check out that next video here. Make sure you subscribe if you want more AI tutorials, and we'll see you in the next one.